Hello everyone, I am Zara Khan from the CS department and I'm glad to be here with you today. Now let's get started with the topic. Before I start, I'd like to tell you about the topic on which me and my group members will talk about. Today I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about the healthcare facilities available to us or the people in rural areas. What are the current standards of modern hospitals or clinics built there? How the doctors appointed there treat different patients coming from different backgrounds. Machines available to us, their advancement, current situation. Sometimes you may have heard about the wrong vaccine or dose given to patients or how the hospital authorities treat those patients who don't have money at the current time. There are also some doctors who don't have a legal degree of medicine and how they deceive the patients that cost their life sometimes. The next thing my group members will share with you is the necessity of hospitals or clinics in underdeveloped areas. Those people do not have the proper healthcare facility or some of them cannot pay the required amount and in this way many precious lives are lost just because the government cannot build up provide those people with basic facilities. Another important thing is about the pharmacies. In underdeveloped areas, some medicines are out of set standard is not maintained properly or sometimes pharmacies give patients wrong medicines by which they have to pay the price. So this is also another important issue which should be solved. The next important issue is of available machines. Rich people can afford, but poor can't afford those. But still, there is a lack of advanced machines in hospitals. People have to go abroad for the treatment of certain diseases that require surgeries. In rural areas of Sindh and other provinces, there are not enough beds or basic facilities. People there are deprived of basic health facilities. Conditions there are far worse. In the next section, my other team member will share with you some ideas on how the government can improve and make the circumstances better. I am just highlighting the points. First, government can spend the capital on importing the advanced machines or lab equipments, or it can start a donation fund through which people could donate and contribute. Another thing that government must do is make the checkups or treatments free of cost for the poor. Hospital authorities should do a full research of the doctors they appoint. They should make the health care availability to all the poor people so that they should not face any difficulties. They should also check regularly for the maintenance or arrange medical camps in rural areas. That's all I have to say. Now my next group member will tell you about the current situation of hospitals in Pakistan. Thank you. Hello everyone, I am Zainab Khan from CS department. As my group member has already told you about the topic, I am going to tell you about the current situation of available facilities. Current health situation in Pakistan is attributed to the lack of basic health facilities. There are about 1,27,000 doctors and 12,000 health facilities in Pakistan to cater over 180 million people. Till last year, there was 1,279 hospitals and there are currently about 1 lakh beds in Pakistan, which means that for 1608 person. All these factors contribute that there is a need to bring forth the new advancement, but they are already present. There are many private hospitals with international level standards. They have fully equipped private rooms for patients. They have well qualified doctors. But the major problem is that many people in Pakistan, especially in rural areas, can't afford these hospitals. Local clinics which do not have these kind of modern technologies. And There are also not qualified doctors there. Pharmaceutical industry has grown during the past recent decades. The Pakistan pharmaceutical industry meets around 90% of country's demand of finished dosage. In 2017, World Health Organization accredited Pakistani drug formulated by Getz Pharma. Now I am going to tell you about its health infrastructure. First, there is primary health care, which includes basic health units, dispensaries, rural health centers, sub-health centers. Then there comes secondary health care. It mainly includes district hospitals or some private hospitals. In district hospitals run by the government, the treatment comes without any cost. Also, there is tertiary health care. It includes both government and private hospitals. There are well-equipped doctors to perform surgeries, and there are present modern medical technologies as well. There are usually 2 or more than 2 in every city. And there are also a contribution of EDI Foundation in medical health care. EDI Foundation assistance across the security, hospitals, medical care, national and international relief efforts. It also provides ambulances to the people. There are over 1,000 ambulances nationwide. So, this is all. Thank you for watching. Now my next group member will tell you about the measures we can take to improve the conditions.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Mohammad Sami, and in this part of the video I will talk about the causes of diseases. There can be many minor causes of disease, but here we will talk about the major causes which can lead to some disease. These include bacteria and viruses. So first of all we will discuss about bacteria. What is a bacteria and what are bacterial diseases? So bacteria are microscopic single-celled organisms that thrive in diverse environments. These organisms can live in soil, ocean, and inside the human body. Sometimes bacteria held us a helping hand, such as by curdling milk into yogurt or helping with our digestion, but sometimes they are also responsible for causing diseases. So here we will talk about harmful bacteria. Harmful bacteria are the bacteria that cause bacterial infections and diseases, and they are referred as pathogenic bacteria. Bacterial diseases occur when pathogenic bacteria get into the body and begin to reproduce and grow and crowd out healthy bacteria, or to grow in tissues that are normally sterile. Harmful bacteria may also emit toxins that damage the body. Here we will talk about the types of harmful bacteria. The first is E. coli and Salmonella. So these are the two types of bacteria that cause food poisoning. These types of bacteria infects by entering the body. You can potentially catch pathogenic E. coli from infected animals or humans, whereas Salmonella occurs in raw poultry, eggs, beef, and occasionally unwashed fruits and vegetables. The second form of bacteria we will discuss is streptococcal bacteria. Streptococcal bacteria causes a variety of infections in the body, including pneumonia, meningitis, and ear infections. This bacteria is transmitted when someone who has the infection coughs or sneezes, and through this it transmits to a healthy individual. So after discussing about bacteria, here we will talk about viruses. Viruses are microscopic organisms that lack the capability to thrive and reproduce outside of a host body. Therefore, viruses need some host like human body for its survival and reproduction. Viruses are considered dead when they are outside the host. Some viruses are very useful for the body, while some has very harmful and pathogenic effects. Here we will discuss the viruses that causes diseases. So the viruses are microscopic organisms that exist almost everywhere on the earth. They can infect humans, animals, plants, and even bacteria can be infected by viruses. A virus contains a genetic material inside it, which it releases after entering the body of the host. and that genetic fluid is responsible for the cause of viral disease. The first type of virus we will discuss here is poliovirus, also known as poliomyelitis. Polio is an infectious disease caused by a virus. Poliovirus is a highly contagious virus that can spread from person to person and causes paralysis. It most commonly affects children which are under 5 years of age. One more thing to know is that Pakistan is the only country left in the world where polio still exists. The second form of virus we will discuss is influenza virus. Influenza virus, most commonly known as flu, is an infectious disease caused by the influenza viruses. Symptoms range from mild to severe and often include fever, runny nose, sore throat, muscle pain, headache, coughing, and fatigue. So, the last type of virus we will discuss here is coronavirus, also known as COVID 19. Coronavirus is now the most widely known virus due to its worldwide spread. It's a deadly virus which can result in death. Coronavirus is a zoonotic, meaning that it can be transmitted between animals and humans. Mainly it transmits when someone has contact with the droplets of cough or sneeze of an infected individual, and it can also transmit through air and surfaces. So finally we will talk about how we can prevent the diseases. We can prevent most of the diseases just by acquiring good and healthy habits. These include the following rules: wash hands often, don't share personal items, get vaccinated, cough and sneeze into a tissue, eat healthy food, live in a healthy environment. So by following all these rules, we can be prevented from getting diseases and viruses.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Akil Ahmed from Comscience University, Islamabad Law Campus, and I'm here to present on topic today's health issues. In this modern era of science and technology, health issues are increasing day by day. There are certain reasons behind them, and I'm going to discuss few of them like lack of physical activity, mental health, environmental quality, and access to health care. Lack of physical activity. Lower physical activity leads to many health issues like overweight, heart diseases, high blood pressure, laziness, and many other. If a person don't do regular exercise, he feel laziness and do not feel enough energy to do work. If person's life is inactive and prefer to sleep all the day, it surely leads to certain health issues. Inactive lifestyle may cause muscles issues, and the one of the major effect of not getting enough physical activity is a heart disease. Even for people who have no other risk factors, it can also increase the likelihood of developing other heart disease risk factors, including obesity, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. Mental health. Mental illness may impact on person's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. This age of competition is also affecting mental health. It affects person's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Today, anxiety and depression are common. If a person is not able to deal with situations in an appropriate way, he may have been suffering from mental health issues, and he surely needs proper counseling and medication. Environmental quality. Environmental quality is directly linked with human health, and a clean environment leads to a healthy lifestyle. Environmental quality is getting a roast for health. Related to environment, there are two big issues like poor air quality and poor water quality. Due to poor air quality, diseases like cancer and asthma are increasing rapidly. Poor water quality also has harmful effects on human health. More than 780 million people around the world don't even have access to clean water. Access to healthcare. Access to health services also affects a person's health. These issues can be handled with quick access to health centers. Most of the people in our country do not access health centers timely, and it leads to serious results. Quick and regular access to health services can help to timely treatment for diseases, detection of diseases, increase quality of life, and relieve anxiety. Conclusion: physical exercise is very important for human body to remain fit and healthy. It also helps to prevent from diseases. With the help of regular physical exercise, it leads to maintain a body weight. It is also very important for mental ill people to have counseling and proper medication because it helps them to relieve depression and anxiety. Environment plays important role in human health. If quality of environment is clean, it leads to a healthy lifestyle. Government should also need to focus on this issue. And lastly, timely access to health centers is also very important to maintain health because if a person regularly went for treatment, it helps him to feel relief from depression and anxiety. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nazir Hussain. Today my topic is world facing different diseases and their solution. So without wasting time, let's go forward. So spreading diseases, natural diseases and spreading nowadays situation of the health. Uh, I briefly explain all the topic at once. As my colleagues told you, that many diseases are spreading in the world today, and in the last few decades there are some diseases in the world which have not been cured till today. The treatment of the coronavirus could not be found, due to which millions of lives were lost. Then dangerous diseases, cell death of diseases, prevent of cell death diseases. Man is progressing day by day in the world, and no matter how far he goes, but and the same time million kinds of diseases are spreading. Many diseases can be cured, but there are some diseases which cannot be cured in the advanced era. These diseases include cancers, types of cancer, brain tumor, and AIDS, which treatment is not possible in advanced era. The only one solution of all diseases is to be prevent safe and carefully from the diseases. Then causes of diseases, impure things, harmful effect on atmosphere, wasting life and money. Uh, the diseases is spreading at the same rate as the world is developing. Humans spread many diseases as they progress. He made many machines and spoiled the atmosphere. In the same way, he made many things in the market and deprived them of pure things. Today, because of all these things, the age of man is getting shorter day by day. By making tobacco, alcohol, and many drugs, he is wasting his life as well as his money. Finally, uh, conclusion. I explain conclusion in my own words, which is written in the slide. Uh, that's why we should use more and more household items. We need to use natural things, and we also need to work and exercise is also important for good health. One of the best treatment of all diseases is to uh, prevent the diseases and use natural food, natural things, and food, natural water uses and their uses. Say goodbye to things outside and use things at home, and stay happy and stay healthy and stay good health. May Allah keep you safe. from those diseases and the dead cell dead diseases, I mean.